Hi everyone, Tonia Reeves, Australia's Psychic Cowgirl, coming at you from Sunday Creek in Victoria. I thought I'd change the background up a little bit because, as you know, I get bored. So I'm like, if I get bored, everyone will be feeling a bit bored with the same background. I like to change it up a bit, as you know. So, yeah, I hope you've all had a wonderful week. We're into March now, sort of well and truly. Really interesting energies around at the moment. So I've had a lot of people, that I've connected with that have had a lot of stuff going on. So it's almost like hang on for the ride and trust that what is meant to be will be, and, what is meant to stay around you will, and what is meant to leave will as well. So it just seems to be a bit of a common thread at the moment. So I thought I would share that. So today I thought I was guided to actually have a chat to you about those that work from home or, have a home-based business, managing time, something that I know for me I've found quite challenging. Time can fly and we can be really unproductive. And when you have a deadline and things to be completed, it's really important to make yourself accountable. So I just thought I'm sharing this message today because I feel like there's a few that will resonate and relate to this. And we've had massive glitches across social media all of this morning. And so a lot of people, were not able to respond to messages and things. But I've appreciated being offline, to be honest, and just saying it's not working, so I'll respond later. And, yeah, it's been really cool. So just a reminder that, we can be accountable for our time, and if you find that the days are slipping past and you're not achieving what you need to, that there's a few little things that we can do to just, I suppose, help us, make sure that we are productive. I'm a real list person. I find if I have a list, I'm accountable. So I always like to make a longer list than probably I could achieve in a day. And I'm more than happy if I get at least half of them done. And most of the time I do. So that's pretty cool. But also doing a time audit. So sitting down and just documenting over a couple of days what you're doing with your time. Because sometimes we have no idea. I know for me, I get up and it's checking emails and responding to emails and then following up with bookings, and, you sort of have that bit of a routine. But be mindful of how long you spend on distractions and how long things actually take you, how much longer when we're distracted, because our lifestyles, in this day and age, we're designed to be distracted, or that's my excuse anyway. So, yeah, so I just thought, I would bring that up because it's a very relevant thing. And sometimes, 6 months can go past and you haven't finished that book that you started to write. You haven't put into motion the things that you need to push your business along. You haven't updated your website. You haven't done your business cards, and, just little things that if you chip away at it a bit at a time, they don't become a mammoth weight on your shoulder. So for all of those sitting there going, I'm gonna, because we all get into that mindset, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, just make a plan and get started. And it's not about racing to the finish line. It's about enjoying the process and trusting the signs as you go along, because often things don't always pan out in the timeline that we're thinking, because often something comes along that's even better. So just be mindful of that. And I think, it's just another way of looking at things, a different perspective. So change your perspective and you can change the outlook or how you're seeing things. So just thought I would share that today. Okay, so let's get into readings, which is awesome. And don't forget, all of you that are, psychics and mediums that often follow the shows, tune in yourself, get your information and see how that relates to what our callers are responding with, what we're giving them feedback on. It's a great tool for you to be able to develop your psychic and mediumship abilities. Okay, my first caller, Abby, in Rockville,
Hello.
Maryland, USA. How are you, Abby?
Hi, Tonia. Thank you so much for helping me this evening.
Oh, my absolute pleasure. Thank you for calling. Now, would you like me to tune in, or
I'm
did you
excited.
Did you have something specific you want me to focus on, or would you like me to just tune in?
I would love you to just tune in, please.
Yeah. Okay. So it's almost like as soon as I read your name, I'm like, oh, Abby's in a new phase of her life at the moment. So I just want to acknowledge there's been a real shift for you, and things have been, I want to go swapped around, and it's like for the better, and I feel like you energetically can feel that. But it's almost like you've been pushed into this bit of a change. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, you're spot on. I guess I feel like I've had a huge growth, and I'm really starting to understand who I am and being really comfortable with that now. And it's been really healthy. You're much happier.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. And it's like you're finally feeding your soul now. So we're getting that, it's a lovely feeling of feeling satisfied and feeling like you're content with where you're at. And you can actually now start to see the big picture, possibly, or what they're showing me is clearer than what you have done in the past.
Yeah. I feel like almost the veil is open, and and that actually relieves the stress off my shoulders. And then there was this change of, having some anger to, once I realized the stuff was going on, but now I'm back to having, empathy and love for the people that have hurt me, that I didn't realize they were actually hurting me.
Absolutely. And sometimes it's about, in that case or in that situation, we learn the lessons from it, and it's almost like, as hard as it is to go through it, we need to take on board what we've learned from that, because it kind of then we acknowledge and we move forward. And that's what it's like for you. You've had that realization, and energetically you're not hanging on to it anymore. So you're also not attracting it anymore to you. So it's a great realization to have. And a lot of people sit in that for so long and not realize that just, honoring the process and understanding that things happen for a reason, and we need to, learn the lesson and then go, okay, I'm moving forward, rather than being stuck somewhere.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's like for you, I want to say there's an element of money coming in more so than before as well. So it's like it's freed you up to create more flow into your life.
Yeah, I've been working very hard on that the past 2 years, is learning how to bring that flow to me versus, always having trouble accepting things. And when you put that block in, it seems like you can't get that flow. So.
Absolutely. And it's like, it's only, it's a little bit like you've lifted the lid off now, and there's no going back. It's just going forward and gaining momentum. So there's that flow of, it's like almost you're in the energy of more than enough. So instead of it, I feel like you've always been able to attract money in, but it often goes out fairly quickly. And it's like you're now going to be able to have more than enough, so you can make choices, because there's something Spirit's showing me. There's relevance in you like nice things around you.
Well, I definitely have nice people around me. I'm very blessed with my partner, my husband of 10 years. Is just such a lovely man. And now I have some phenomenal friends where, I had some, poor family and poor partner choice, and it was just really awful. So I'm very blessed now.
Yeah, absolutely. And in amongst all this, where does the travel fit in? Because I see like they're showing me travel around for you.
Oh, I would love it. I just recently, several years ago, I went to Israel, but since then, I haven't been going really anywhere, and I would just love to start, actually experiencing life a little bit more, versus just waiting.
I feel like you're into that zone now. You're ready to do that. So it's almost like sometimes to help manifest that, it's setting aside that travel fund, having that spare account where you just, pop the money going across and not worrying about it and letting it accumulate. And it's almost like then you're showing the universe, I'm ready to, to step up and have a bit of fun. I see travel as part of your future, and I see there's adventures along the way. So it's like you and your partner, even to start with, doing weekends away and connecting with like-minded people, I want to say. So it's like new people that you haven't met before.
Yes. Yeah, you mean coming up new people, or just recently I've have new people?
Coming up for you. Yeah, coming up for you. I know you've had that transition, but yeah, it's like even more. So futuristically, it's going on adventures together and having fun and really embracing. It's almost like like-minded people. And I want to say we're it's like I want to go to people that are either conscious of the environment or aware, very, very aware of how you impact the planet. I don't know, they're just telling me that. So I don't know where that fits, but.
Well, that would be fabulous. I would love to make a difference and make this world a safer place for us.
Yeah, because it's like it's about for you like to feel like you're giving back as well. So there's the importance of that. I also want to acknowledge there's a lady stepping in spirit for you who's around you.
Yeah. Well, I have some grandparents that have passed on. My father passed 2 years ago. And actually, as I'm speaking to him, holding this rock that I gave to him back when I was about 30 years ago, and when he passed, I found it, and I'm like, oh, yeah.
Fantastic. Well, the lady's coming through first. So is a grandmother, because I feel like it's her personality, she's the one to open the show. So I have to acknowledge her. And she's a bit of a character. So it's like she's stepping in first, which usually means, like she's more of the outgoing one, or she's the one that I want to say like getting the party started, or, the opener of the curtains almost.
Now, is this like an older grandma or like a girlfriend?
I feel like it's a grandmother. So she's acknowledging family. Now, would that be on your mother's side? Because you've got your father on the other side. So I feel like this is not Dad's mum. This is your mother's mum. Your dad is up there, though. Let me connect with Dad. Okay. So did Dad work outside, or where? Because I feel like I'm quite a strong fit sort of person, so I'm doing something physical.
Yeah, he was a bread delivery man.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I'm like he's quite. I wanted to say like I've got muscle. Like I'm quite toned. Or as he's coming through, he's showing me toned. Maybe later in life he wasn't as toned, but I felt like he wanted to acknowledge, he had, a good physique, I want to say.
Yeah, he was a very handsome man. He was in several wars, so there definitely was a time when he was super healthy, but he was probably 40 years older than me, so he was never very healthy for me.
Yeah,
or in great
and it's
shape.
like, and it's like that's the acknowledgement was he's going back to that healthier time. So when they do that, it's often like he wasn't like that towards the end. It's like, but he's showing me that as in, that was a proud memory for him. Were you there's also, he's just coming through with you having a special place in his heart, and there's something around, have you got a brother and a sister?
I do. I have a brother and a sister. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's like you had the special connection with him. I feel because I wanted to go. He was showing me like there's the two girls, but there was a real connection. So I feel like the way he's showing me that it's a bit like your sister was more like your mum and you were more like your dad.
Yeah, that would be true. Part of me thinks like he really never liked me. He was always kind of. I felt angry at me because he got hurt when I was very young, and he had to stop working and take care of me. And I think there was a lot of resentment and anger, and we just always had a very tumultuous relationship. So,
but he's acknowledging he pushed you for a reason, because he could see. It was almost like he pushed you because he could see the brilliance in you. And I want to say, I feel like you had that more so than your siblings, and it was like he was harder on you because he could see that in you, and he didn't want you to waste your talent, I want to say.
I hope so. I in my heart, I don't think he was kind of a codependent toward my mom. So I just felt like he never, always put me on the back burner, kind of, neglected me. But Yeah. But he was there, the one raising me.
Yeah, it's almost like when they come through, this is his version of it to you. So in his eyes, and sometimes we can look at it as in they have been hard and you don't necessarily feel that, but in his way, and I feel like he had exactly like you're saying, he's got a bit of he's very firm and there's very much black and white. There's no grey with him, and it's almost like I feel with him, the ones he liked the most, he was the hardest too, and almost like he was brought up that way, you have to be brought up that way, and there's a little bit of an area of you need to conform, and you were the one to stand up at times and go, no, I'm not going to conform here. He's laughing now about it.
That's great.
And he's
a very funny person.
Yeah, and did you used to sneak out because he's saying, tell her I knew. Did you used to either sneak out or there was something you did and he goes, tell her I know. He's laughing though. Hello, sorry. Yeah, you can look back on this video if you miss a bit, but just, okay, we've lost you. But anyway, the message from him was to say, tell her I know that she used to, I feel like I'm sneaking out of the house. And even though he might not have realised it then, he's now over there going, I know. Much love to you. And he's around you. So look for the signs. He's very funny, so he does funny things. I want to look at things being missing and moving as part of his sign around Abby, all right? Okay, I better go on to Christine, who's been so patient from Alberta in Canada. Christine, how are you?
I'm well, and you?
Really well, thank you. Did you want me to focus on something specific for you today? Yeah.
Well, I have to say business and money specifically.
Okay. Is there, as soon as you said that there's two options. So are you weighing up a decision around the business? You've got a couple of options in play at the moment?
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to go to, it's like they're showing me all that glitters isn't gold. So when I get shown that, it's like the one that's shiny and looks really inviting, sometimes when we dig deeper, it isn't quite what we're thinking it is. So the offer or the opportunity that's looking really super awesome, just dig a bit deeper into the details on that.
Okay.
And it's not to say it's bad, but it's just like we want to see the guts of it, because it's like you're being presented with something that looks really ideal, but there's something deeper I want to explore with that and just check into it.
Okay.
Where's the offer on the table? There's something around an offer on the table as well. Is that there now?
No.
No, okay, because it's like I feel like there's an aspect of the business where there's something around an offer. Have you, because I feel like what they're showing me is with the business, there's a couple of different areas that you cover within this business, and I almost feel like I'm selling off a part of it, but it's part of the business, but it's not the same as the other part that you keep. Does that make sense?
I'm not looking at selling any parts of it, no.
All right, there's something around somebody coming up and offering you something, and it's to do with an aspect of the business. And this could even be somebody coming into like a partnership, but it's like I see you, it's like they're showing me just separating like aspects of the business. So if you haven't thought of it before, sometimes what that means is they're showing you, just look at it from a different perspective, because there might be an avenue in what you do that you're not fully exploring at the moment, but something that you could expand to, and then somebody's going to come along and make you an offer on that.
I see, okay.
Right? Because you're an exceptionally intuitive and smart businesswoman, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
You get a lot of signs, because it's like Spirit is showing me you intuitive look at something and you go, yep, that'll work, or no, that won't work, and you're always spot on with it.
That's true. I'm pretty black and white that way, cut and dry.
Yeah. What I do want to say though, what they're showing me is you undervalue your worth. So it's almost like there's that internal struggle about what you're offering people is worth more than what you're actually putting it out there for.
Yes, I've been told quite a few times I need to up my prices.
Yes. And there's often in business, we have this real fear of, oh, am I going to scare people off? But can I say to you, and I've learnt this from experience myself, price point where you want to be in the market, and you will be working less and getting more. And the quality that you bring to the table, and this is really relevant, is people will look at that and go, we are worth that. You are worth it. Because you have the expertise. So it's kind of like trusting that what you offer is unique, and you do bring something different to the table.
All right.
And I also want to say to you, because they're showing me, be unique. So niche this down. Like we're going to stand out from the crowd. You've got the ability to do this because you are unique in what you offer. You've got a different angle to your competitors. Does that make sense?
Yes, I kind of just come up with the whole the niching it down. Instead of offering 10 things, I'm going to offer 4 or maybe even 2.
Perfect. Yeah, perfect. And it's really relative, because it's like we're then using our advertising dollar to go further, because we're not trying to capture a heap of people that, maybe a percentage will purchase. You're going to niche it down to your target market being, absolutely bang on where you want to be promoting your business, and it will be clear and your message will be clear, and keep that uniqueness, because it's that, we're in such an environment now where people are so flooded with people running businesses and all the offers and advertising and all that kind of thing, but it's a unique aspect that stands out. And for you, it's like I want to do it's like what they're showing me is we're down to we don't need bells and whistles for you. We don't need buy 6 and you'll get 2 for free. We don't need to incorporate some kind of buy-in. It's like, this is what it is. We are quality. If you're looking for the quality that that lasts, that gives you the value for your money, I'm putting my hand up, and that's what I see for you is going to be really amazing.
Okay.
But it is about you uniquely stepping into the market, and you will do that. Like I see, they're showing me, and like you say, you've already, you've got that within. But it's also about for you bringing out you, because you're important. So it's like I want to see more of you in your business. So I want to see videos. I want to see you talking about it.
Okay.
Have you been hiding? Because I feel like I want to go, stop hiding.
A little bit. I kind of pulled back just a bit to deal with some family issues, and I've, come back with the videos, but I used to do quite a bit of videos.
And and I feel like if you look at the videos, people engage with you. So they like what, they resonate with you. So it is important with this revamping that we see you, and we see you, talking as you do, matter of fact about it.
Okay.
All right, because of the lifting your price point, including you and your uniqueness, you will double what you're making, and you won't be working near as hard. Okay? So don't forget in that, write down what it is, what do you want to make each month. We're not worried about how we're going to do it, but we're going to put this is what I want to be earning. And so I'm going to put my figure down, I'm going to write it down. And I find for me, I don't even need to put it where I see it. I just write it down and let the universe know this is what I'm bringing in each month.
Okay.
and then watch it happen, and it will happen. Because it's like you're in your prime now. You've done your hard yards, you've experimented, you've tried different things, and you're ready now to reap the reward. So it's like I'm shown a field of harvest ready to be cut. Like, we don't need to be, fertilizing it. We don't need to be watering it. It's all ready to go. It's just you stepping up to your end of the deal. It's like they're ready. The buyers are there ready. Or the customers are there ready. We just need you to put yourself there and up your price, and you're going to be amazed at the results. And please let me know, because I love to hear feedback.
Yes, definitely, I will.
So don't doubt. And I feel like you resonate with this, because you're in that zone now where it's, I'm not wasting time. I'm here to make money.
That's right. I don't want to go back to working for the man, so no.
Nah, and you won't, and don't forget, follow your intuition. You get the psychic insights, trust that as you have, and you will not go wrong.
Excellent.
And I also want to say, watch what you're eating. There's something you're eating that doesn't agree with you. Have you been having reflux? Because I feel like I'm my digestion's a bit up the creek, I want to say.
No, no heartburn or anything like that. But yeah, I do have to watch what I eat. I definitely know what agrees with me and what doesn't. So. Yeah,
because it's like I'm showing there's stuff that doesn't agree with you. You've got to not eat. Don't we all, though?
Of course.
Okay.
Food is not what it used to be.
No. All right, I must go. Keep me posted. Yeah. I'd love to connect with you. Thank you so much for ringing in.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye. Thank you so much, guys, for another wonderful week. I will see you same time, same place next week. Woo!